welcome to my podcast, Crypto Angles. My name is Kelita, Sahliah. If you're new, if you're not, then welcome. Please forgive me, this is late. It is late, so and I'm only going to make it available on my Patreon. So before it was available on YouTube publicly, but I feel it will be free for my Patreon, like available and public. But to see it, you're gonna have to come to my Patreon. So if may have to do a post or a little video just to let people know. Just to let people know, because I don't, as I says, this is my art, it is my work, so that's why I don't like to just show it. I don't like to just show it like that without an energy exchange, because everyone deserves an energy exchange. So I was kind of just gonna put like it onto YouTube publicly, probably like the last week of every month. I feel that that's how I'm going to do this when it comes to crypto astrology, basically. So the week beginning the 23rd of July is my aim to put this publicly on YouTube, and I don't know, maybe for the rest of summer I may leave it free on Patreon, so public on my Patreon, so you can still watch it for free technically, but you're going to have to come to my Patreon to find it. And people don't even know this, so will I have to put this free? I don't know. I'll figure that out along the way. I'll probably do a post, or I'll mention it in my next live on Thursday. But yeah, that's my aim. It will be public on my Patreon, so find me over there. Find me. And you can watch it there basically. And yes, my aim is to put just the last week onto YouTube for public. So anyway, with that now out of the way, if you don't know, over here we combine astronomy and astrology together, and we see how that could be impacting the crypto market. So that's what we do. I'm not an expert, I'm not giving financial advice, none of that. I just fell in love with the stars, with nature, and I noticed there's an impact, so we are exploring that. So welcome. Anyway, if you are interested in getting your own calendar, digital or physical copies are available, so you can follow along. For for crypto or anything else, just the astrological transits basically. And this is in alignment with the visible sky. Oh gosh, Ophiuchus. And it is available on Etsy. There you go, digital and physical. So that's there for you if you would like. I do also give personal birth chart readings if you are interested in that too. If you are a Patreon member, there is a discount. Reach out to me. And right now anyway is discounted anyway, it's like £10. So if you're hearing this, it is only £10. Yes, it's only £10, so feel free to reach out to me if that's what you would like. There is an example of XRP, and that's how I do it in that format. It is very different to the usual like birth chart readings. Okay, so I'm just putting that out there. But anyway, let's get into it. It is now July, so happy July everyone, and we are focusing on this week, the first week in July. So we have air and water energy, extra air with Mercury, extra water with the moon. Air and water energy right here. So what I'm kind of seeing in relation to crypto, just from this alone, I am seeing more fluidity, more liquidity within the crypto market, just based on that alone, only because we've got air, so that is fast movement. It does cover money exchange, that's heavy in that. When I say fast movement, it doesn't just mean up, it could be down, but just quicker moves within the market basically. And obviously water is that element. The moon, if you're a trader and you look at the moon phases to trade, it does have that impact as well. So I see water as money, as currency, and the air is like it's picking that up. So that's what I'm seeing based on that alone. There isn't much happening this week, except because this is next week, so we'll touch on that later. This whole Mercury in Cancer, so it's going to be interesting. But anyway, we're focusing just on this Sagittarius energy. So we have already had our full moon yesterday. I was so off, so please just forgive me. I was off, but I'm back and we will be back on track normally on Sunday. But anyway, like I says, these aren't so out on YouTube anyway, so who sees this? It's for you, basically. It's literally for you. So anyway, Sag energy, that's what I'm picking up on a lot of. So that's what we can see here, and obviously it's both masculine and feminine energy. So this is the whole month, obviously, for July, but we are literally just focusing, can you see, is that in the recording? Should be just this week. So I have hid it, so I don't want you to get too distracted with the rest of the stuff, and you can kind of see it there anyway. But it's this Sagittarius energy that I'm picking up on the most personally. We did have a full moon, which I did not see in the sky. Was it cloudy last night? Or did I go to bed early? I don't know. But full moon in Sagittarius. So we do know usually that the market likes to bottom out, to find its bottom round about full moons. So we will take a look at the technical analysis after that and see what price has actually done. Because it is in this Sagittarius energy, I'm seeing a new direction, a new focused direction. So what's coming up for me is that this is like wherever price has settled during this time, it's getting ready to go in this direction. Okay, yes, that's all I kind of really want to say with this Sag energy. It's just more direction focused, direction based, because it does cover like higher knowledge and education, higher perspectives, philosophy and all that as well. Something may have become like illuminated around crypto, for one. If you are like, yeah, around crypto, this could be business, this could be literally your life. Something has become illuminated in the direction you're ready to go in, and how you want to present it and talk about it. So it's like from this point onward, as it's more Sagittarius energy coming in with Pluto, we are working towards, we're more focused, working towards whatever we need to learn again, whatever we need to share. This travel as well. If you's like, oh, I feel like I need to travel, it's going to be different to everyone, but that's coming up now as this Sagittarius energy. It's like we're finishing off as Pluto retrogrades, which we're going to talk about that now, into Sagittarius. We're finishing off this Sag energy. So Pluto brings about a lot of change, and I definitely mentioned in my YouTube, my general energy update, a lot more about this, so feel free to check that out if you'd like. But in essence, Sagittarius is about, obviously it's the higher perspective, higher learning, it is that philosophy, it is that mysticism as well, and focus, action and direction, so you know where you want to go. Okay, so retrogrades offer a going over, a redoing, to allow what you've not done in this area to get it done. So anything you've not had your philosophical views on, any higher learning that you've not done, we're going to be doing it now. So this falls into crypto. Let's be real, there is a lot about crypto we still need to learn, to remember. I was just hearing I'm still on a call right now, to be fair. It's kind of just there in my ear. I can multitask because I'm multidimensional anyway, and I feel that this is an ADHD trait apparently, because this just seems normal to me, having something in my ear and talking and just noise everywhere, but that's fine. But anyway, I was hearing someone talk about NFTs, and they realized they've done a lot about NFTs, and ultimately it's just better to just trade instead of buying the NFT and doing it that way. He's just worked out it's better to trade. Now, he didn't say much other than that, really. So then that makes sense to me, because it's like, whoa, even another person is saying they're kind of going back over their learning or what they have learned. So this could also be, it's whatever you have learned, and you're then ready to oh, it's finished. You're then ready to share this out. Okay, so Pluto has been in Sagittarius since 2026. 2006 Pluto has been in Sagittarius for, so it's been a long time. So in essence, it's all that information we've picked up there. A lot come out about spirituality and the nature of reality and all of that stuff, law of attraction. A lot came out. Bitcoin came out properly in 2012, was probably, you know, it existed obviously before that, but before it's come into our reality, it was 2012. So that's part of Pluto being in Sagittarius. We then were seeing a new direction, because Sagittarius, like the Centurion, comes in like a hero to show you that new direction. Okay, that being straight after Ophiuchus, which transmutes you and changes you. So Sagittarius then knows the new direction you're ready to go in. Capricorn lays the foundation. Okay, so that's basically the modality of this. So what I'm seeing in essence, because it is retrograding, everything we've generally learnt outside of crypto as well, but because this is about crypto, is what about crypto we will be kind of going over. We'll be bringing it all together, what I'm kind of seeing, maybe articulating it, getting ready to know how to present this information. If you're someone who wants to teach it, share it, whichever. But in essence, what you've not get to do, you're gonna get done now. So this is with business and everything. When it comes to crypto, now I'm seeing Bitcoin, XRP, let's just focus on Bitcoin, because Bitcoin moves the whole market. So what I'm seeing essentially is that it's taken its time to reach to certain heights. Yes, it's taken its time to reach, it's taken its sweet time. I was expecting it to kind of be moving a little bit quicker now, but obviously it hasn't, which again is a good thing, because you can explore more options. Being right gets you nowhere far, whereas being wrong allows growth. So because of that now, and a retrograde has opened up, as well as Saturn retrograde, as well as Neptune retrograde, we're now stepping into Pluto retrograde, the most transformative luminary ever. Okay, the most transformative luminary is retrograde. Well, no, that is already retrograding, but because Pluto is it's a bigger luminary, its energies take a bit longer to kick in. But I feel now that we had a taster of the Capricorn stuff Pluto was ready to bring out. We had a jump come up in crypto, and then it settled. It's like it was laying its foundation to set itself up, it found its bottom. But basically it found its bottom in that Capricorn energy. It's like, okay, this is it. And then obviously we retrograde. So it's like with crypto itself, I'm kind of seeing it needs to reach certain heights, and it's not there yet. Okay, so what I'm basically seeing with this, from it retrogrades in Sagittarius until it's staying in Sagittarius until October. So I'm seeing that during this time, crypto is getting ready to meet its new heights and get ready for its new heights. Oh wow, so that is what I am seeing here. Crypto essentially from this point on, as we've entered back into Sagittarius, because it is retrograding, but it was finishing off, setting up its foundation. Okay, but it's like, oh, we need to go back into Sagittarius. We know it knows the direction, it's not done it yet, and as it's retrograding, it's getting ready to do it. It stations direct in October 2023, so by then I'm seeing it would have gone in its designed direction for continuation into 2024 and beyond. Okay, it needs to set itself up, meaning it has to reach its new resistance level, and then it has to find its official support for the proper run up and leg up. Okay, so bear with me if you hear noise in the back, but that is what I'm seeing with this whole Sag energy. Now this is coming in on the 8th at the end of the week, so I am going to bring it up again next week. I'll bring it up and it will be a better introduction. Maybe I'll put that one on YouTube. I don't know. I need to kind of get it out there that it's available on Patreon, even though it's open for free till the rest of summer. I feel I'll do that, as I'm giving 50% off my readings until the end of summer. So this is until September. It will be available for free on my Patreon. After that, there's extra stuff too, people. There will be extra videos coming out, and again, I'm seeing this whole retrograde energy is allowing that to take place. So as the noise is picking up, bear with me. Oh, let's go to the charts quickly, super fast. So this is obviously, it's 2 days a little later. Well, one whole day really, because we're seeing today, aren't we? When it would like to load. Did I click it? Yes, it's loading now. So that's generally what I am seeing there, to be honest. From now until October 2023, I'm generally seeing we are going to reach a new level of resistance. So the whole crypto market potentially making a higher low, and then ideally a new lower high after October, or during October. Or by the end of October, or after October, so September, October, and then the rest of the winter, because we've now stationed direct, but we still have Sag energy till the end of the year, till we reach Capricorn again. So in essence, whatever the price is potentially doing at the end of this year could literally just be showing us the direction it's ready to go in. So that's the time from now really to the end of this year. Learn about stuff. Gosh, I'm on the minute time frame. No wonder it's taking so long to load. Learn about these stuff during this time. You know what I mean? Now is the time, essentially. And my daughter has joined me to sit on my lap. So let's go through this super fast. Super fast. And again, it's like I feel like I've not had much mental capacity and space. But slowly I feel like that space is coming back. And interestingly enough, as Pluto retrogrades back into Sagittarius, which is of that higher learning and philosophy and all that stuff, so it is necessary for me to obviously look back into it soon, and I'm feeling I've got the capacity, so it's coming, people. Anyway, what's this? So the 3rd, where's the 3rd of July? Right here. So literally where it is now. I'm moving these 2 lines because my computer right now is not handling. It's just not gonna handle changing the stuff right now, and I kind of need to do it quickly. We are gonna breeze through this. Okay, so it's not going to be long. The TA will be shorter. So what am I seeing here? Oh, I'm going to do an extra separate video. This is a new, it's called PTMA, and basically it analyzes the movements of the luminaries in the sky, and it creates like a trading average. So I find it interesting. It's something I'm going to do an extra video on, to sit and kind of just explore it. I just want to explore it, but it is there for now. I mean, I don't know if this laptop's going to handle anything more. So I'm not going to get into it to show you which color means what. But I believe that's Uranus, Mercury, and is it Venus, I think. They are the colors that's there. Anyway, the white is just a 200 moving average. But all of these extra ones is part of this like luminary or planet movements, whatever you want to call it. So something with Bitcoin I've noticed that's super duper interesting is that with this actually, and you know what, let's actually take a quick look. Let's take the quickest of looks because I cannot remember. So we've got purple and blue. So blue is Mercury. Blue is Mercury. Uranus is this pinky one, and then Pluto is this color. Yeah. Can I change that to yellow? Yeah, that's a bit better. I'll change it to yellow so you can see. So yeah, so was this it's purple, yes. See, I keep forgetting Pluto. I keep forgetting. So Pluto is this one. Okay, sweetheart. I'm on the mic now, yeah. So Pluto and Mercury is here. I've I like these two, and I've kept it there, and I've also kept Uranus there because that is the father of electricity, and it can create that electric change and brings about a lot. We are going to explore and kind of go back into the past a little bit better to see how each of them kind of respond. But you can see here anyway, just on the daily, the yellow and the blue, they're together, but once they crossed underneath like the 200 moving average, or once they come together, look how price just held nicely and then parabolic. So that's why I really like that, along with obviously Uranus supporting them just below that too. So it's kind of like what I'm seeing here. Come on, laptop, you can do it. You can. Like, please. So what I'm kind of seeing here anyway. Oh, laptop. Okay. As you can see anyway, Pluto and Mercury have crossed here. It crossed right at the top, but Pluto and Mercury, just move it up a little bit more, this yellow and blue line, so Mercury's underneath it, but you're just seeing Pluto. Look at this cross back in May the 11th. Look at this cross on the daily. Once they crossed, I don't know, price may have been probably about here at that point when they're crossing. We don't know. We could do a replay, but again, my laptop's not going to handle that, so I'll do that off the recording and then we'll see. But looking at that cross, look how it just dropped, like whoa. And I feel this extra cross. Now I've kept Pluto and Mercury because they're known as the messengers. Okay, Mercury covers money, Pluto can bring about change, Uranus can also bring about change, so that's why I've chosen them there. The next one I'd like to explore and to add would definitely be Venus. So when I'm kind of just doing a whole video on just exploring these, we'll check that out too. But I've noticed it's done one big drop there. Once Pluto fully crossed that as well, Mercury and once Uranus crossed Mercury and Pluto, it's like price is just even lower. It's like being kept down. It's being kept down. But something that I find lovely right now on the daily with Bitcoin is that Mercury and Pluto are currently supporting or has been during this time, it has been supporting Bitcoin's price action. And then not only that, but we are soon going to have a cross. Look, a cross like there and a cross like obviously lower down there. So we are soon having a cross of the 200 moving average and Pluto and Mercury. Oh, this sounds wonderful saying it like this, included in the technical analysis. This is like mind-blowing. Because of that alone, I'm putting this on YouTube, fam. It's going on YouTube anyway. So I've just changed my mind so many times in this video, so when you lot are watching please, this is how I am. This is how I stay. I'm multi-dimensional. Anyway, it's crossing. So I am seeing, when it comes to Bitcoin, we've already had this lovely jump up. We had this lovely jump up anyway when the whole Titan Sumber slide sank and went missing, and oh my days, I have done some gematria on that, and it's just mind-blowing. Like, check out my mentor's decode of that, and it is mind-blowing. Waters Above, please go and check that out. And I've done some extra stuff which I've noticed with gematria, and it is mind-blowing that this is the biggest signal of like the actual start of the transfer of generational wealth. Like, it's mind-blowing. But anyway, so we went up when the Sumber slide went down, Bitcoin went up, and then the price was being supported off Mercury and Pluto, and then obviously Mercury and Pluto are about to cross a 200 moving average. Look at that when it crosses. Can we go over and down? Look at that when it crosses. Like, when it crosses and momentum is obviously built up and it's finding that support, when it's actually found the support on it, like, look, found it here, it did go a bit below it, but it's fine, it held its support eventually. So what's lovely to see is that it is holding its support. It's going to be amazing to watch this cross over Yeah, it's going to be amazing to watch this crossover, because it's going to follow it essentially up to its next level. Or as this crosses, this could kind of send it up, and then send it up whilst, because look, it's kind of downward, so it could like slope like this and slowly start like leveling out, and then where are we? Yeah, leveling out and then sloping to the upside round about here, March, spring. That would just be amazing if that happened. So kind of like, shall I draw it? I feel like I'm all over the place, but we are going to draw this. Kind of like it's leveling out, and then it finally does that. Probably won't curve as much, I don't know, but it would be interesting. It would be very interesting to see, because it needs to cross over, and obviously the 200 has crossed up, so the 200 is gonna just be moving a bit more like that. And if the 200 is moving like that, then that's telling me that like I don't know where they are, and obviously my laptop's not supporting it right now, like the 55 and obviously the rest of them are going to be closer than where this 200 is. Okay, so they're just going to be just doing whatever, and price essentially may follow the 200. It may follow the 200 while it's moving away from Pluto and Mercury. I love it while it's moving away from Pluto and Mercury. And then when it finally kind of, once it's done its high, found its new resistance at the top, it's ready to cross, or the 200 will then like become a resistance, if you know what I mean. And price may well just find this as its support, you know what I mean. Like it could just go on up, drop down, could do a tester back to 25k, and then uses this to find its support while it's climbing up, and then voila. Yeah, but this is fascinating, this Mercury and that. I'm not gonna go too, let's go a bit smaller, come on, let's do it. I'm excited now. I've got this new thing, and I got it because I'm in my mentors community. So when I say like, people, you need a community, and as I've always said, like I'm not out here trying to do the most. Of course I'm doing the most, but when there's already great minds out there, yo, I'll direct you to the great mind. You get what I'm saying? So anyway, what I'm seeing now on the 4 hour, so again, we are getting across quite nicely, I have to say. This is getting even messier, so please keep up with me. But this is the Pluto line right there, and then Mercury and Pluto, Uranus. So as you can see, it's coiling up. All of them are coiling up along with the 200 moving average. And look at that, I drew that so beautifully, that like the line, if it was a 4 hour anyway, it's like the 200 will touch that, or it might go a little bit higher. But what am I seeing here? So kind of essentially it looks like price literally just dropped down. So even if it does need to drop down a little bit, I'm not sure, but this cross, like wolf cross, is it called? This cross, should I call it an angel cross? I notice people call it different things. Like you have Coins Kid on YouTube, and he's just like, it's buy and the beach signal or something like that, and my mentor's like, oh, that's a wolf cross. I think I'm gonna call it an angel cross. Me and my angels sharing our angles. Oh, I'm creating my whole angel community. I think so. Me no know. See how it go. Anyway, yes, so I spoke a lot, don't want to talk too much about it. If anything, if price does fall from where it's come now, it makes sense to retest like 29.6, and I guess whilst it's potentially doing that, these moving averages are going to move up along the way. Yeah, 29.6, I don't see, because it's literally slightly, it's created, we've been given a higher high. So slightly higher high, so it's showing me more bullish and upward momentum. I love how it hits here, touched it again. So in the future, if we break through this resistance, because clearly, oh, what is that? whatever this zone is anyway, is a resistance. What is it? Can't see it because the USD symbol is at 31. So clearly this 30 to 31 is a zone Bitcoin needs to break through. It needs to find this area as its support. Okay, that's what I'm seeing. And it may, like, I don't know, I have to just admit, anything is possible. We are in the full moon energy. Full moon energy, the market likes to find its bottom. It likes to know where is its new support. So that is basically for the rest of this week. So price, because it has gone up, it could for the rest of this week be trying to find its bottom potentially. That's what I'm seeing with Bitcoin. Let's move on to XRP to see if we're getting any clarity. Yeah, because quite easily we could come back to here. I'm not ruling out like a touch back to this trend line, but that could happen like up here. Like it could retouch the trend line further up, you know, and break through it. Like, I don't know at this point. I'm not an expert. Okay. I feel like every time I'm like a little baffled. I'm like, I don't know. What do you have to do? Right. XRP and then the DXY, and then we'll wrap this up. So what I'm seeing with XRP in the hizzy. Okay. I make myself laugh. So I don't know what XRP is doing, and it's clearly just having a hard time. Like, you see how we didn't get a higher high after this time. And obviously we've got Bitcoin creating its new higher high past this. But again, because Bitcoin has done it, I'm not too worried about XRP in the hizzy. But what I'm kind of seeing here, because we're on the 4 hour whilst my laptop's on it, we're clearly getting rejected off the 200 moving average price. It's created its nice like double top. But price is now above Pluto and Mercury, which is lovely to see, and a trend line. So, how can I put it? It did touch on this trend line. We can neaten it up a little. I'm doing this with one hand, you know, people with a sleeping baby. Anyway, change that. It's clearly tapped off them support lines, which is lovely to see. And, you know, something I'm kind of seeing right now. My daughter's sleeping on the wire of the something I'm kind of seeing right now. Are we like doing one massive coil up or something on the 4 hour? Like, is this a big triangle? Like, I don't know. We broke out of that triangle. Ooh. I'm not liking that time frame. I'm not like, that's too long. Like, to be coiled up in this whole zone is long. So I'm not ruling that out as like a feasible triangle, to be honest. Like, no. I'd rather, though it is like a whole wick, going from like more touch points. Like, I don't know, we out here just exploring. Kind of going after 3 touch points, and I will go back onto the daily. This is all backwards. You lot on YouTube gonna be like, what's going on? But this is my character. Some is sometime. We've got this potential breakout happening on July the 12th or 13th. Is this, like, don't gas me up. I'm more than sure this is an interesting day. This is an interesting day. Like, I don't know what's happening on this July 12th, 13th time, but I'm seeing a breakout. I'm going to put this on YouTube. I have said it many times. Hopefully you watched to this point, but I'm seeing a breakout happening next week. That's kind of what I'm seeing. Like, if Bitcoin needs to do its things, XRP is just going to do whatever until it's ready to catch up. So it's like Bitcoin, we may have a little dip down, and it's getting ready to obviously break through that resistance. So it's just breaking past the 30k level for Bitcoin. That's the next goal. But it's like XRP, this is seeming a bit more likely to break and retest this zone after July 12th. Because like I says, I was anticipating, I was ready to sell a long time, but price hasn't reached where it's meant to reach, and it needs to reach it. So you just need patience, and you just need to wait. But yeah, I'm seeing how that could potentially be, because look, as this is going on the 4 hour, price is literally being supported by Mercury and Pluto.